Hi, my name is Caroline Motoko, and this is Education Matters. This is our third episode, and I'm still with Alan Muteti from Hoscon. And there's a reason I'm holding on to him, and it's because the conversation we're about to have, and by the way, as you can see, both he and I were taking notes, doing calculations, and you might want to do the same, okay? I just want to give you an idea about this podcast. It's delving into education matters on the things that sometimes we know, but we don't know well enough. Things that we're afraid to say as well. And I think in our next 3 episodes, Alan and I are going to go into the fear factor, okay? And actually allow you to not be fearful anymore. However, I did tease on our last episode that I wanted to talk about, we talked about money. We talked about the fact that obviously you've got to be ready early. For me, the question I have for you, Alan, today is, are the US, the UK, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, the big 5 as they are known, are they the only options? Because these 5 are draining African bank accounts. They are. And I speak for the continent. Yet, because I'm the sort of person who's always looking, and I've met you, there are options that don't cost as much. So tell me, what are we ignoring? As we look, because remember, prestige is everything. Eh?
Prestige.
Mtoto wangu ako Wales, ako Cardiff. Mtoto wangu ako Ireland, ako Dublin. Mtoto wangu ako UK, ako Scotland. But at what cost? No umetuitia mchango. I'm side-eyeing you. But tell me, what do you know as Hoscon that we don't know? Yes.
Okay. Preparation is key, always. Like we said earlier.
Yes.
Understanding the figures and crunching them is a plus for any parent. So if we do a comparison table, let's say between Australia and let's say the UAE, Dubai, which is 5 hours away by flight.
Yes.
And Australia, you have to fly to Dubai, then fly. For other.
It's a whole day of flying.
Yes.
Different
time zones.
Yes.
Now, when you look at the costs, when you look at the time you'll spend in all that, you make a decision. Let's crunch the numbers. The living expenses in Australia are 29,710 Australian dollars.
And that's for how long?
Yes, a whole year.
See, I told you to get out your pen and paper. So my year, and this is living expenses, I'm looking at $29,000.
Yes.
Can I round that off to $30,000?
Do 30. At
a dollar rate today of 130.
Let's go with the Australian dollar is exchanging at...
These are Australian dollars.
Yeah.
This is living expenses.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Let's talk about 92.
Wow.
Yes, exchanging at 92.
Okay.
So 30,000 Australian dollars converts to 2.7.
And that's living expenses.
Living expenses.
Next.
Nimetoka Mosoriot, nimeenda Melbourne.
Mumesikia?
Yes. So beba 2.7 ikae kwa account.
Yes.
Now,
next,
you're going to study business course, maybe. Tuition fee will be averagely 30,000 Australian dollars.
So about the same amount.
Yes. So you need 60,000 Australian dollars in the account.
Okay. I got you. No, I've already got the number.
So you're talking about 5.4.
Let's just make that 6 meter.
6 meter. Now, it needs to be in the account for a period of 3 months. Maintained.
When I look at the camera, I'm looking at you. That parent who's looking at me.
Yeah. Maintained in that account for a period of 3 months. And it can only be statements of eligible sponsors. The parent, the students themselves, or an immediate auntie or uncle, which you need to prove. Correct.
Meetings in your office must be very interesting.
They are. They are.
Continue.
Don't bring Auntie Ndanya from your village. Can you prove she's your auntie? Birth certificates, all that. How is she your auntie? Mother, sister to you, to your mother or your father. That's all.
Carry on.
Now, we have the figure for Australia. Now, let's compare it to the United Arab Emirates, the amazing city of Dubai. Living expenses, give it 9,000 AED.
Okay, 9,000 dirhams.
Yes.
Dirham is do it at 35. Somebody told me to do it at 38 the other day.
So we have our dirhams, then we have our tuition fee for 1 year.
For 1 year?
Yes, approximately 80,000
80,000
dirhams.
dirhams.
When you add that, those two, the living expenses and the tuition fee, you have 3.1.
Half of what we were going to do in Australia.
Correct.
And I have to call it Australia.
Australia. Si wanakuja wanasema nataka ende Australia. And we are happy. Yeah, to give that comparison.
You see, why we have to come and sit with you and know all our options is this. So when we are ladies who lunch, sitting there saying, naona mtoto wangu ataenda Australia, ataenda Canada. Yeah. But
America.
So I was right when I said that these, what you call the big five, are draining African bank accounts.
Yep.
Yet we can get value for a lot less elsewhere.
Yes. Even better, it is the same universities in those countries that have gone to the UAE.
It's true, they have. They've created the satellite campuses.
It's the satellite campuses.
That's very
Lower
true.
living expenses,
Yes.
accessibility. If you want to rush to Dubai to visit a sick child or to see alienda Dubai kweli.
You speak my language.
Yes, go.
I can go.
Go. You just board a flight here
In
and you
5
go.
hours, I'll be there.
You're there. Yeah, you don't wait for visas or anything. So all that is eliminated. And the UAE also, in comparison, the institutions themselves actually speed up the visa application.
No, the UAE don't play.
Yeah.
Don't play.
Chap.
On very many levels, don't play.
Yeah.
So you've told us to look at the UAE. You and I were talking about places like Estonia. Remember you told me that we don't even look at places like Poland. We don't look at
Germany.
We don't look at Germany.
The Germans have come for us.
Yes.
Yes, they have come. They
have
want our youth to go work.
Yes.
So why don't we talk about Germany as a destination? It's a very big destination for us, and it's great.
Could you allow me to just do this? What Alan has said is true, and we are talking about February 2026 as we're putting this podcast together. And it is true. Germany is looking for a workforce. So if you know that you know the truth about that, please reach out. I don't want fununu and people who waste other people's time and rob them and tell them takupeleka Germany. If you know the truth of that, I'd really like to have you on the podcast. Yeah. But you're right. Yeah. Germany is calling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Germany is calling.
Yes.
Europe is calling.
Europe is calling. Beyond Cardiff, Scotland, and London and Bristol. Yes, they're calling.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're calling. They want our youth.
Yes.
Over 60% of our population is under the age of 25.
Let me tell you, we have the youngest population in the world.
So that population boom, that youth boom is what is needed out there.
It's needed out there because they all have declining populations.
Correct.
Yes.
And that's why education is important.
It is.
We need to train our youth.
To be ready.
To learn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
In TVETs. And TVETs in universities.
These skills.
Watachukuliwa waende. The jobs are there.
The jobs are there.
Canada is looking for medics.
I've seen that a lot.
Australia is looking for construction workers, but we don't want to be called masons.
Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah. One of the best paying jobs is in construction, plumbing, paint work.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is called artisanal jobs, yes.
Artisanal jobs.
Yes.
And speaking of which, now that we were talking about the numbers,
yes,
over 700,000 KCSC candidates did not get a C+ and above. This, the KCSC.
Okay, say that again. Over 700,000.
Yes.
Out of how many?
900,000, around 900 and something.
Thousand.
Yeah.
Over 700,000.
Yes.
Didn't get that
The cutoff. C+.
The C+.
Correct.
So the conversation we had on our first podcast, our first ever episode, you need to go and see it because Alan said it's not the end.
And it is not the end.
And it is not destiny. It's a redirection.
It's a redirection. There's 700,000 students out there who don't qualify for university. But yet, there's still pressure for them.
Yeah.
They have to keep going.
They have to keep going.
Yeah.
You know, I am going to once again say your comments matter. If Alan is to come back and extrapolate on an item, yes. But I also think taking his number and saying, I need to see you. And it would be nice if you'd like to see him when your child is about 13. But if your child is already 18, it's also...
We are ready.
It's okay. He's ready.
Fine.
It's just that the numbers always look a little different. It's true. I mean, if somebody has been given the figures, 30,000 Australian dollars to live, 30,000 in fees, 60,000 Australian dollars, must be sitting in the bank account for minimum of 3 months.
3 months.
And somebody knew that when their child was 14, hey,
they're good to go.
we're good to go.
Yeah.
But even if you are thinking, I need to make this happen in the next couple of months because school starts in September, you still have time. So you know what, guys? We could pretend to just continue to have this conversation and go on and on and on. And I could tell you, the big five have been draining African bank accounts. And not because they do, but because we refuse to explore options, but also because we perish because we have no knowledge. The knowledge is available, the options are there, and the earlier you start looking at what it looks like. So you have plan A, Australia. Plan B, somewhere else. Plan C.
Yes.
And then we see where we're going.
Correct.
And at the same time, we explore what's been offered.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
while at it, that's why we pride ourselves at Hoscon Education for asking these 3 questions.
What 3 questions?
What would you like to study? Which country? And what is your budget? Yeah. What would you like to study? Which country? What is your budget? Then the conversation starts from there.
I like that. I really like that.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to finish this so that we can get into a slightly heavier conversation the next time we see Alan and I. And I just want to say this. Prestige is loud. Value is quiet. And also very, very powerful. So I know there's a prestige of we're in Cardiff, we're in where. But you know what? That's prestige. Value is quiet. So think about it. Think about whether we are going to continue to do this thing about the big five. But Alan, I think I'd be wrong if I ended this particular episode without saying something.
Yeah.
I'm also a very big believer that we also have to explore the continent. And from the continent, I would like to tell anybody watching this podcast in any other part of Africa, you need to consider Kenya. You need to consider Riara. You need to consider Strathmore. You need to consider USIU. We have an amazing array of fantastic universities. Our output is amazing.
Amazing.
And I want to say this, and I know some of you are going to come for me. Kenya has some of the most sought after human capital in the world.
Yep.
So if you're in any other part of the world, speak to Alan about Kenya. Okay.
Yes.
And for Kenyans, because I've told you, we are the brats of East Africa, think about local first. Think about Rwanda. Think about South Africa. Think about Eswatini.
Yeah.
There's some amazing universities also on the continent.
Can go north of Africa as well.
Yeah, to Cairo.
Yeah, go to Egypt.
Go to Egypt. But prestige is loud, value is quiet and powerful. And I'm going to leave it at that on Education Matters. Please, if you want to add to this podcast and this conversation, reach out. I've given you the number. I've given you my email address. Alan, it's important we talk about the thing we're going to talk about, because this one is a worrying one. Should we really be sending a young man or a young lady from Kapsabet to Australia when they're 18? That uncomfortable conversation in our next episode on Education Matters.